taken to thwart unwanted incidents ahead of the decision of Southern Angami public organization in short SAPO to prohibit the Mao citizens from entering Southern Angami areas. Chief Minister Nongthamambiren launches alternative farming system for tribal Jumias, poppy planters for different hill districts. At least 24 people die allegedly after consuming toxic liquor in different villages of Chapra in Bihar's southern district. Donor Secretary S.H. Lok Ranjan highlighted efforts made by Donor Ministry to integrate startups from Northeast into country's startup ecosystem. And Corps foil plant protests of Kwakaitel market vendors. They demand revocation of suspension of Operation Sow and peace talks with different cookie insurgent groups. Kurumjay, good evening. You are watching Evening English Bulletin on IS News, and this is Victoria Rajkumari. Now to top stories. Ahead of the decision of the Southern Angami public organization in short SAPO to prohibit Mao citizens from entering the Southern Angami areas from December 15th, over issues pertaining to the dispute at Khelzotsa area, the district administration has said that law and order situation in the region will be maintained to avoid occurrence of untoward incidents. According to a media report, Kohima DC, Sanavas SC said that while it acknowledges that it is a case of traditional boundary, the district administration cannot bar the people from their part. He, however, added that the district administration will ensure that law and order is kept intact. Quote unquote, we are ready with some deployment and we will be making sure that no untoward incident is reported, the Kohima DC said. He further informed that assurance has also been given by the DC counterpart in Senapati of Manipur that unnecessary travels and movement will be discouraged. While the pendency of the case, which in the court of the Teniami Public Organization in short a TPO, and the failure of the Mao Council and Manipur government to withdraw activities from the disputed area has been the reason of resentment for the Southern Angami public, President Timika Kosa also informed that the date for delivering judgment by the TPO court with the board of arbitrators has been fixed to December 19, comprising of Sapo, Mao Council and Maram Kulin. He further added that the TPO is committed to resolve the issue for goodwill to prevail among the Teniamis. The Sapo in March this year had called a total ban within the Southern Angami jurisdiction on Manipur-bound private or public passengers, goods carrier vehicles, commuters. Meanwhile, the Naga Students Federation NSF sincerely appealed to the office of the Southern Angami Public Organization SAPO to reconsider its earlier announcement that no Maos will be allowed within its jurisdiction from December 15 onwards. While refraining from commentating on the issue leading on to the unfortunate announcement, the Federation sincerely appeals to your good office to reconsider the decision in light of the festive season and in the interest of the students' community who will be returning home to join their families for Christmas, the NSF stated. This is in the interest of upholding the unity of the Naga youth and student communities, aided that the appeal used by the NSF president, Kegwayum Tape. Chief Minister Nongthamambiren today launched the alternative farming system for tribal Jumias, poppy planters for different hill districts. The event was held at CM Secretariat in Imphal today. Speaking at the event, Chief Minister Nbiren said that the alternative farming system will help the travel jumiers or poppy planters of Churachandpur, Ferzol, None, Tamenglong, Sanapati, Kangpopi, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Technopal and Chonal districts. He asserted that the program aims to ensure holistic development of the tribal communities, thereby training the indigenous inhabitants to embrace practice like organic farming, mixed crop farming, seed management and promote sustainable farming. He maintained that the initiative taken by the state government will not only stop poppy cultivation but ensure a sustainable and profitable means of income for the targeted farmers. The Chief Minister also distributed rabi crop seeds and farming tools and equipment worth around Rs 4.87 crore to the beneficiary farmers during the event.
World expert the importance of the only freshwater lake in Asia, the only floating lake in the world. Sigi importance Loina moina paisa thada gadore ADB Asian Development Bank na thada gadore khoi state tagi out of 40 crore hujiki investigation to analysis to scientists ma muje laga moi tim moi tara mo ke timam le huji America dagi Japan dagi amadagi amadi loi laga khoi ki pat loktak sigi dam mosigi tawrka na study tawrka karino pramai kanduino kari tawino hanagi thai bere sine pirba impact sine kari manghan bara masi decommission tawgodra tawroidra ngami kamai hingni sigi mayam khanu number leina la social media da hana yet pagi thole karino tawdoi si khangje sugum bagi mentality leiba khoi sida NGO ne taw mapan gi ni chamnaba khara pasatan NGO khara leiba I will not dispute it manam jaw kanjia loklak ki phibam do yengo nambul to ren dagi tadharami ba khattaba mayam masi kana ne yengge lokta ka tangkhai ma phungkala is di nambul to ren ne imphal to ren dagi pudagi ba mayam do ne ngasi nambul to ren da project pai khala kanda madugi khattaba mayam khoi serious mayam do tongana treatment pir kanda semai yeba sumaina field laga semna badi hona daga laiba mi singdu pithibi gi oina chopa body ma lakna sida numin manga tarani kem tawrga yengbo study horba kanda insil lagi yelan ba hore musi mahik Bharat would destabilize on the Bohonaba, Manipur would destabilize on the Bohonaba, Adumba, NGO. Yeah, we lem Tharoi.
On the occasion, Horticulture Minister Lepao Haukip stated that the demand-driven crops should be cultivated in the hills. He also stated that the state products are being purchased in the outside and that they have a fondness for them.
Manipur, Nepal Tangdaba, Manipur, Ama, Uinaba, Hutnabada, horticulture, Masi, Amkana, Amukahina, Hazik Pausu, Pazana Hotnari, Department Officers say, we, Sangai Festival, the Su, Store Marak, the quiet Miniam Chamba, Hortigi Oidam, no mother, the Sing Humudra, La Ama, La Ani Sit Panamitli. Ahoy try fight key to pa forest key, Adagi, Chingi Potoreba, Potlam Singasi, Mayam the Pamne, Aduna Kamina, double up to Hansigi, Hibasi, Amukahina. Officers sing su a pil tawzage si pangtho iba launching program da piriba senpam sing asisu mafam chana pire ibagi arthadu lehanaba akhoi sincerity ama akhoi gi taibang pan sida akhoi sincerity sima leitraga di chawkhaloi government na wana honna dana department na paisa si kapirani kaitho ga ta chathokpa aduna ta magi pire iba arthadu khangna farming da kai da phajana sina si.
At least 24 people died allegedly after consuming toxic liquor in different villages of Chapra in Bihar's southern district. The incident took place in the Doila village of Ishwapur police station area and Yadu More of Masrok police station area yesterday. Though the victims' relatives claim their deaths are due to toxic liquor, the authorities are yet to confirm. The bodies will be sent for post-mortem to ascertain the cause of the death. Meanwhile, the police are currently investigating the matter. Talking about the incident, the Madhaura DSP said that the police are looking for the villagers who have fallen sick after the consumption of the liquor. The administration is yet to comment on the rise in the death toll due to spurious liquor. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar lost his cool inside the assembly when BJP MLAs tried to target him over the Chapra Hooch tragedy in which 23 people died. This happened when a discussion was happening on issues like the Hooch tragedy and the Lathi charge on job aspirants in Patna. Bihar imposed complete prohibition in the state in April 2016, a move that won a significant number of women voters, often seen to be victims of domestic violence at the hands of drunk men. But the state continues to witness liquor sales on the black market and deaths owing to the consumption of locally made suppressed liquor. Manipur Technology Innovation Hub, in short MTI Hub, an initiative of the Department of Information Technology, Government of Manipur, along with 16 startups from Northeast, including 10 from Manipur, participated in the Startup Innovation Conclave 1.0 held at KIIT Technology Business Incubator, Bhubaneswar. The two-day conclave was held on December 9th and 10th. The conclave was inaugurated by Donor Secretary S.H. Lokranjan. Speaking at the event, Lokranjan highlighted the efforts made by Donor Ministry to integrate the startups from Northeast into country's startup ecosystem with special attention on healthcare, education and employment. He also stressed the need for able partners to identify, incubate and groom future startups from northeastern states. The Secretary further underlined the vision of the Northeast region, that is, achieving impactful transformation at accelerated pace to catch up with its deficit in a sustainable way. Lokranjan also inaugurated Northeast Pavilion, wherein 16 startups from Northeast showcased their products and services and also launched 3 products. KITT and KISS founder Professor Achyuta Samantha, CMD NRDC Amit Rastogi, VC of KIIT Professor Samista Samantha, CEO KIIT TBI Dr. Mururanjan Sor, officials from TDB, NRDC, DST, BIRC Biraz, MSME, DART, investors, venture capitalists and other dignitaries attended the event. Manipur Technology Innovation Hub, implemented by KIIT Technology Business Incubator, was established to help and support the startups of the states. Police today dispersed Kwakaitel market vendors who were planning to stage a protest to demand revocation of the ongoing suspension operation and peace talks with different cookie insurgent groups in the state. The women vendors were seen gathering to stage a protest, but Imphal West police personnel faulted their attempt. The police told the market vendors to take permission from the Deputy Commissioner for the planned protest. They also said such protests should not take place as CRPC Section 144 has been claimed in the area. Notably, Manipur has witnessed some protests in the past few days demanding cancellation of peace talks with cookie insurgent outfits, saying some of the outfits are headed by cookies from neighboring Myanmar. Thangmaiban United Club, TUC, under the initiative of Veterinary Department, organized a mass anti-rabies vaccination awareness program for areas under the jurisdiction of the local club today. The event was held under the aegis of All Manipur United Clubs Organization Amuko at Kangjabi Lerak Youth Club KYLC Thangmaiban. Around 80 pet dogs and cats were vaccinated during the program. Amuko, along with its affiliated clubs, has been carrying out such drives in various areas across the state. COVID-19 cases in India witnessed a marginal decline, with the country reporting 197 fresh infections in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,46,75,447. While the number of active cases of the infection has dipped to 3,767, which constitute 0.01% of the total infections. A decrease of just 179 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of 24 hours. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll has increased to 5,30,663, with 2 new deaths reported in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,41,017. The country's recovery rate stands at 98.8%. Over 219.98 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 65 crore 57 lakh, while more than 66 lakh 64,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 63 crore 2 lakh. Globally, United States of America, USA, has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren also expressed pride over Manipur cricketer Jotin's achievements and congratulated him. The Chief Minister, in his Facebook post, wrote that the time for Manipuri cricketers in India is finally here, with Jotin scripting history and becoming the 4th Indian to take 9 wickets in an innings on his first-class debut at Ranji Trophy, the 4th best figures by Indian debutant in the format. He also encouraged Jotin to bring more laurels to the state and the country. And on the note, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. You're watching IS News.
Ana Layengi office ki thabak amadi koiba chatpada India gi konung New Delhi da laifam leitabagi awaba koklagani. Delhi airport kayam naknana lairiba Mahipalpur da Manipur miyam gi damakta leizare Hotel Ambrosia. Laifam gi oina lupa lising amadagi hauraga pung kunmari pickup amadi drop ki taxi service laigani. Restaurant service ka loinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya phangbigani. Vishal Mega Mart, Ambience Mall, DLF Mall amadi irap laptana nungairaba mafam kaya yobada khudong charaba mafam amani. Ngasi ma contact tawbirau Hotel Ambrosia, A217 Road number 6, Mahipalpur. Phone number 9643504772.
Electric laktabana maram oiduna asabe ising phanglar haibi nungsa thiningai leitraba. Thompson Solar Water Heater. Contact number 9862669522. Aikhoigi address Hairanggoidong Nikamcha Karong, Impal West.
Welcome back. You are watching Evening English Bulletin on IS News. Now proceeding with other news. China raced to vaccinate its most vulnerable people today in anticipation of waves of COVID-19 infections, with some analysts expecting the death toll to soar after a loosening of strict controls that kept the pandemic at bay for 3 years. The push comes as the World Health Organization also raised concerns that China's 1.4 billion population was not adequately vaccinated, and the United States offered to help China deal with the surge in infections. Beijing last Wednesday began dismantling its tough zero-COVID controls, dropping testing requirements and easing quarantine rules that had caused mental anxiety for tens of millions and battered the world's second-largest economy. The pivot away from President Xi Jinping's signature zero-COVID policy followed unprecedented widespread protests against it. But World Health Organization Emergencies Director Mike Ryan said COVID-19 infections were exploding in China well before the government's decision to phase out its stringent regime. There are increasing signs of chaos during China's change of tack, with long queues outside fever clinics, runs on medicines and panic buying across the country. For all its efforts to quell the virus since it erupted in the central city of Wuhan in late 2019, China made now a price for shielding a population that lacks herd immunity and has low vaccination rates among the elderly. China has reported just 5,235 COVID-related deaths so far, extremely low by global standards. Now the sports news. Morocco's incredible run in FIFA World Cup 2022 came to an end, and France cruised into Sunday's final where Lionel Messi and Argentina await them. France ate fast Morocco during a frenetic semi-final clash to secure their place in Sunday's World Cup final, with the reigning world champions holding off a spirited display from the North African side to win 2-0. Left-back Theo Hernandez put France ahead after just 5 minutes at the Al Bayt Stadium on Wednesday, firing an acrobatic effort past Yacine Bounou from close range to become the first opposition player to score against the Atlas Lions in Qatar. Morocco responded forcefully to the early setback, controlling the majority of possessions and pressing for an equalizer on either side of half-time. France, who for large periods were second best, held out Netherlands, and Randall Kolo Muani put the game to bed late, tapping home from close range in the 79th minute to set up a showdown with Argentina in 4 days' time. France are looking to become the first team to retain the World Cup title since Brazil in 1962. Morocco, the first Arab and the first African country to make it a World Cup semi-final, will face Croatia in the third-place playoff at Khalifa International Stadium, Qatar, on December 17. The final will be played on December 18. 32 nations arrived in Qatar last month to compete the sport's biggest accolade, the World Cup 2022. Around 100 soccer fans of some Arab and Moroccan flags briefly clashed with police yesterday evening in central Brussels after Morocco lost 2-0 to France in the World Cup semi-final. The fans gathered near Brussels South Station, threw fireworks and other objects at lines of police dressed in riot gear and set alight some garbage bags and cardboard boxes. Police responded with water cannon and tear gas. Police reportedly detained several fans and said that the clashes were brief and caused no serious damage. The riot police were battling to maintain order as French and Moroccan football supporters clashed in cities across France and Belgium following the World Cup semi-finals. In the French cities of Montpellier and Nice, the fans fought in the streets, launching flares at one another and setting fire to rubbish bins in the streets. In the first World Cup held in an Arab country and one already marked by upsets, Morocco won supporters far afield as the first Arab team to reach the quarterfinals and the first African team to reach the semis. Meanwhile, some 10,000 police were mobilized across France to ensure there was no unrest during and after the match, given the potential of clashes between French supporters and those backing France's one-time North African colony. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Steps taken to thwart unwanted incidents ahead of the decision of Southern Angami Public Organization SAPO to prohibit Mao citizens from entering Southern Angami areas. Chief Minister Nongtuam Birren launches alternative farming system for tribal juniors, poppy planters for different hill districts. At least 24 people die allegedly after consuming toxic liquor in different villages of Chapra in Bihar's southern district. Donor Secretary S.H. Lokranjan highlights efforts made by Donor Ministry to integrate startups from Northeast into country's startup ecosystem. And co-op's fuel plant protests of Kwaktel market vendors. They demand revocation of suspension of operation and peace talks with different Ukuki insurgent groups. Well, that's all we have in this evening bulletin. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back with more news updates at 8 p.m. Till then, have a great evening.